right? Is that they're a moral place for to spread Hinduism, right? Then we'll see another empire come in. This one will only conquer in northern India, right? This is the Gupta Empire, right? This is where they did you dirty, right? Remember that the founder of the Mauryan Empire was Chandragupta Maurya, but the founder of the Gupta Empire is Chandra space Gupta. Right? First one's one word, second one's two words, right? But he'll form this empire. Remember that this one to the north, while the Mauryan Empire was patriarchal, and while India during the decentralization period was patriarchal, it's during the Gupta Empire that they'll ratchet that up a little bit, and we'll begin to see what practice. Sati, yeah, right? Which remember, women was like when your husband died, you got to throw yourself on the funeral pyre. Yeah, pyre. E-Y-R-E, right? Because if you didn't, no one would feed you, and you would just starve to death, right? You become a pariah.
I'd be pissed off that they put someone on fire.
Oh, we can't even catch a phone.
Don't give in to peer pressure.
All right, so unit 2 is our big religion unit. Right, this is why we did our religions project during this unit. Is because this is where most of the religions of today get their foundation. Right, so in China we'll see the creation of Confucianism, which is based around the 5 relationships. Levi, give me one of the relationships.
Father,
son. Yeah, remember it's patriarchal. Right, so there's father, son, friend to friend, older brother, younger brother, king to subject, and what's the other one, ladies? Husband to wife. Thank you, Nala.
Yeah.
Right, so the belief behind Confucianism, right, was that these are the 5 most important relationships, and that if these relationships are respected within society, then society will run smoothly. Right? That if the king looks at himself, right? And remember, the king to subject was reflective of father to son, right? If the king treats all of his subjects as if they were his children, right? He cares for them. That doesn't mean he doesn't discipline them when they act wrong, right? But he treats them with love and respect, right? And discipline, then society will run better, right? If the household is run that way, then as the basic unit of society, then all of society will run better. Right? It was this heavy emphasis on education and merit, right? Which is why when Confucianism is introduced into the Han Dynasty, we start to see the emergence of the civil service exam, and as a byproduct of the civil service exam, we see the creation of that new social class, the scholar gentry. Right? Yeah, see, Analects is the big text. Yeah, societal. Yeah, there we go. All right, the other big thing that will emerge from the Warring States period is Taoism. Right? This is our most hippie of religions. Right? There's no really explaining truly what Taoism is because it's individually interpretable. Right? Which means that if Molly and I are both Taoists, we might have wildly different beliefs, right? Remember, in Taoism, there's a God, there's multiple gods, and there are no gods. Just depends on who you are. Right? Right? It gets founded by a guy named Laozi or Lao Tzu. Right, the big text here is the Tao Te Ching, which you can find at your local Barnes and Noble. Not advocating it, I just noticed it there the last time I was there. Right, and this is why I made the hippie comment, right? It's all about balance and harmony with nature, right? So this one's about, Confucianism is about restoring societal order by balancing out your society. Taoism promotes the restoration of order by achieving balance with nature. Right? Remember, they both come out of that hugely chaotic and terrifying period of the Warring States. Right? It's a 300-year-long, right? Just a little under 300-year-long civil war. In India, we'll see the emergence of Hinduism. Right? This comes from the Vedic texts. It's polytheistic and not. Again, depending on what kind of Hinduism you practice, right? Eastern religions can be vexing to people from the West. Ours tend to be very absolutist. This is how it is. Learn to love it. Right? Eastern religions tend to be like, hey, buddy, make it your own. Right? Yeah. And this comes as a result of the Aryan migration. It will establish the caste system. Right? Remember, this is an immutable societal structure. Right? We're at the very top. We got our Brahmins, right, which are our priests. Right, then you get your kings and your warriors, you get your merchants, you get your peasants, and then you get your, the last group of people aren't in the caste system. Those are the untouchables. Those are casteless people. Right, for you divergent people out there, right? That's kind of how that's set up, right? Is you get your different castes, and then you got the people that aren't in them. Right? But, yeah, factionless. Sorry, my daughter says factionless. We're also going to see emerging from India Buddhism. Right? Remember the Buddhist prince Siddhartha Gautama sits under a fig tree and suddenly he figures out everything. Yeah, just figures it out. Yeah, spent a couple afternoons there, just got it. Right? The main task. Yeah, I gotta find a fig tree so I can get it all figured out. The main test of Buddhism is the Tripitaka, or the three baskets. Alright, remember the basis of Buddhism is the Four Noble Truths. Sammy, what's the first noble truth?
No God.
No, that's, come on. Jenny? Life is suffering. As students a week out from your testing season, you should know this, right? Jennifer, what's our second one?
Suffering is desire, something like that.
Suffering is created by desire.
Wait, is it suffering to end desires then something?
Yeah, to end suffering, you must end desire is the third. And then how do we end desire?
By following
Following the eightfold path, right? Which is why the symbol for Buddhism is usually an 8 bespoke wheel. So life is suffering. Suffering is caused by desire. To end suffering, we must end desire. And then to end desire, we must follow the eightfold path. Right? You have to know the Four Noble Truths. You don't need to know the eightfold path. You just need to know what it is. What's that? Yeah, that's Siddhartha Gautama. Yeah. You'll see different versions of them depending on which part of the world you're in. Right? Like the fat ones come from East Asia. The skinny ones come from India.
He looks very
The
feminine.
long eardrums come from Southeast Asia. Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's also a symbol of enlightenment in this instance.
He looks so feminine.
Yeah, it depends on which religion. It wouldn't make sense for Buddhists to use idols as their thing.
It's the light of knowledge.
Yeah. Remember, we get a couple types of Buddhism that we need to know. Right, the one that we will see spread the most is Mahayana, or the Great Vehicle. Right, this is the super adaptable version of Buddhism. Right, the other type is Theravada. That's the very strict type of Buddhism. Right, Theravada, like Theraflu, but Vada instead of flu. Not kidding, that's how you spell it. Mahayana and Theravada.
Yesterday, how was the Mahayana?
That's the Great Vehicle. That's the super adaptable one. Right? So one's very easy to interpret or to adjust to whatever situation you're in. That's Mahayana. Right? And that's why it spreads the most. Because it works culturally in a lot of different areas. Theravada tends to be much more strict. Right? Buddhism will stand apart because it is egalitarian in terms of salvation. Right? Both men and women are able to achieve enlightenment equally. Remember, in Hinduism, that wasn't the case, right? So even within the castes, men were more likely to achieve enlightenment than women. Right? That a good Brahmin woman might be reborn as a good Brahmin man before she can achieve enlightenment. Right? In Buddhism, not the way, right? Everybody can achieve enlightenment. We also have the fact that Buddhism is an evangelizing religion, right? The goal is to go out and spread it. Different from Hinduism, different from Judaism, different from Confucianism, different from Taoism, right? Those are not evangelizing faiths, right? Those are much more ethnic faiths, right? It is a religion that belongs to these people. Buddhism Like we'll see in a second, Christianity, and like we'll see in Unit 3, Islam are all evangelizing faiths. Go out and spread it. Right? It's also a monastic faith, which means what? Because I remember we struggled with this word early on. Right? What's a female monk?
A nun.
A nun. Right? So they have both monks and nuns within Buddhism. Right? Yo.
Who are the people who skip Nirvana?
Bodhisattvas. Yeah, so you can also get these enlightened teachers within Buddhism, right? Bodhisattvas. Right? Yeah, I'm not spelling that for y'all. You can look it up. Right? But a bodhisattva is a person, like Jack indicated, that achieved enlightenment, but decided to stay back to teach others how to. All right, Middle Eastern religions that'll spill over into Unit 2, right? So Zoroastrianism is the official religion of the Persian Empire. Right? It gets its origins in Unit 1, but it's still around in Unit 2. Judaism, hanging in there, doing well.
Yeah.
Right? Greco-Roman mythology in Unit. So the Greeks come up with this pantheon of anthropomorphic gods. The Romans will steal that religion and change the names. Right? So Zeus is Jupiter, Hera is Juno. Right? All they do is just rename people. Right? Right? All polytheistic, right? This was also an ethnic religion. The Romans, even when they were conquering all of Western Europe, did not spread this religion. It was only for them. This would, however, create a problem when a new religion would emerge in Western Rome, right, or in the Roman Empire, rather. That's going to be Christianity. Nelson's very excited. The founder was Jesus Christ. Again, what's Jesus' last name?
Christ.
Which is in Israel.